Mike, 1 2 1 2. Mike, 1 2 1 2. All right, so streaming this on YouTube, doing my Sunday morning YouTube stream. So I should. If you really want to catch some shit, you should definitely go to the Twitch channel. But let's play some music. Let's do the other one. Let's do 50. So. Okay. Alright. Let's check and see if this chat is working with this. Chat test. Hopefully it pops up. Ugh. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, too close, huh? Oh, my eyes did that, huh? Alright, audio works. But for some reason, the chat does not want to pop up on slobs. Is it because I don't have, let me change the light. Way too sensitive. Seems like the chat should be popping up, even though I have the YouTube chat up myself. The chat should be popping up on the stream, because I know some people like seeing that. Let's see if I can find out exactly what's wrong with it. Slobs YouTube chat. Not working. Oh man, I might just fucking have to dip out of slobs, bro, and just keep just do normal OBS. What sucks about this is that now like Streamlabs wants you to pay so you can actually have a fucking YouTube chat on, which is kind of stupid. Not even that big to put the money into that one for some reason. I mean, it works on Twitch, of course. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. Well, for those of you who are swinging on by, go ahead and ask the questions and wait until more people come by. And we can go ahead and start chatting it up. And I appreciate those who subscribe to my channel here on YouTube as well. You guys are amazing, man. Trust me. Like, there's no other better feeling than people actually interacting with like your content and stuff. And I hope I can bring out more and more fun stuff for you guys. I have a shit ton of things that needs to be done, like that I've already set in place that needs to be done. But I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-man show right now. Man. This is a hangout stream. You guys just gonna hang out. Let me change the you know what I could do? I know exactly what I probably could do. Let's do this. Make sure everything's like good. Properties. There it is. I'll just pop this up and place where the Twitch chat would be at. And easy. Look at that. It pays the bills to be as dumb as I am. Welcome all who's trickling in. Good morning, good morning. You know what I'm saying? Just I was gonna talk about the state of our economy, the state of the country right now. If you guys have any questions or just want to shoot the shit, talk about anything else even besides that, feel free to hit it up on the chat. No need to be shy. Alright, let's see if this works as well. It does work. Probably can guess what's going on now as well. Jesus Christ, man. Are my eyes really that messed up on this damn thing? What is going on? Let me fix that lighting a bit. I think that should work. Hopefully my freaking eyes don't. What's up? There. Now my eyes don't look like it's like going through. Oh, hey, how you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. I mean, if you guys want, I can go on to like a little ranting segment. I just need a little bit more energy, to be honest with you. I got really badly drunk last night. Wasn't a good idea. Anyone here ever had dragon's milk? You know, have you heard of dragon's milk? The alcohol. Like, I'm just gonna ramble on a little bit until people start some more people start trickling down like this, this state of our economy, and just like the economy, it really never really trickles down, does it? So it's called dragon's milk, right? And it does. The weird thing about it, it's a stout that has this very like milky aftertaste. It's in the what you call it. Let's see if I can post this as well. Let's see. I'm gonna add another Windows source. Add new source instead. Capture 2. So what I'm going to do is put a different source so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about when I pop something up on like the. Oh, there it is. See if it shows. Hopefully it shows. Test that. Oh, it looks everything like it's working correctly. Anyways, yeah, dragon's milk. I want to show it, so let me just pull it up real quick. I just want to know if. Okay, so that is showing. OBS decides to show itself. Okay, let's do. It's automatic. So this is what I'm talking about. Oh, sorry. Okay. So this fucked me up last night. Like two of them. Two of these. Milky aftertaste. It tastes like Guinness and like some sort of almond milk mix beer. It's really good, but like afterwards you feel like complete and total shit. There's nothing about it that I say is for children. It should be for experienced drinkers. And since I'm a fan of like Harry Potter and whatever. Oh shit. You look at stuff like that, you're like, oh shit, it reminds me of like Harry Potter's like wacky and like stupid like type of foods and stuff like that they have. Of course, I need to rehydrate myself because my fucking bones feel like they're aching too. I'm only 28 years old and already feel like I've been drinking forever. I guess that's the problem when you're like, that's what you do. For those swinging by or, I'm by, I appreciate you swinging by. If you know to listen. If you want, I could turn up the music a little bit. And as well, we can talk about politics. I know a lot of you guys came from the eyeball zone and like saw like a black content creator and think, hey, this guy's probably a dipshit leftist, and I kind of am. I'll admit a little bit to that. And this is my Sunday morning coffee, your breakfast. Some of you are just getting up. Some of you haven't fucking taken a shower yet, which you should. Some of you need to take your dog out. You need to do that as well. This is just more of like a relaxing thing. More like chat it up and getting to know me and understanding my content. And also, I want to get to know some of you guys who are want to just go ahead and talk about random shit, like things that you feel that are important to you. I know later on a little bit when I get a little bit more amped up, it takes a while for like these type of rants and stuff that I create, just like on my videos, to come to me. I mean, I've been thinking about a lot of shit, especially about Beta Ginsburg's passing, which what it means to the state of our country. That that really put the nail in the coffin. Also, TikTok being banned. That's something I want to do like a little segment on here as well. Once I do those segments, of course this live stream will be up. If you guys want to just chill back and listen to it itself while you're doing whatever you can in the background, that's awesome. But I'm gonna segment those little rants and talking points and hopefully post them up on YouTube just so people can have more and more content. It doesn't mean that the videos that you guys are used to and subscribed for and stuck around for is going to be ending, not one bit. But I've been doing a lot of interflexion where I need to do more and more for this channel just to keep people happy, which is what I like doing, keeping people like happy. And then like probably later on a little bit today I'll switch over to Twitch, and that's what I'll do, gaming and stuff like that. Like, so like if you guys like Among Us and stuff and like just watching some people game, you can head over there. I'll let you know when, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Right now it's just morning, grab your coffee, listen to GXD, say 50,000 times for the next couple hours, again. So yeah. Alright, so I got the whole Dragon's Milk thing out the way because it was, holy fuck. I'm more of a Bud Light guy. That's how shitty my beer tastes are. I like Bud Light. That's my thing. When it comes to spirits or liquor, rum all day. Bacardi all day. Alright. And if you guys want to know what I'm listening to right now, it's called Trappin' in Paradise 50. This is a mix that someone made. It's by Smooth Sounds, and if y'all want to listen to that in your spare time, go for it. So I always wondered, like, people here on YouTube. Wait. Here it is. Like, how do people, like, do the super chat thing? Like, are you not allowed to, like, have a... Because I always wonder, like, oh, I see the super chat pop up, but where does that money go? Like, how do you get that? I'm an idiot at this YouTube streaming. Twitch streaming, on the other hand, I'm a little bit better at, but dude, I have no idea how this goes. Okay, let's see. Let's keep this on minimize on itself. And so you guys. Oh, okay. That works. Alright. So. That's not what I want. There we go. Alright, keep that up there. Keep that locked. Keep that locked. Keep that locked. Probably should. I probably should change the background image, right? Let's do that. Let's see. Let's change the image. Should be one of my old thumbnails. Not that. Okay, that hasn't been changed. What is up with my eyes, man? Dang, is it really not getting all that green screen in? All right. Let's see this one. No, it's a picture of myself. Trying to find a good background image for you, like so. I could do that. Let's check it out. Oof. Big oof. Alright, that image is definitely not working. Let's try this one. We lift this up a little bit too. I think that would work. Alright, we can make this a little bit slimmer. Okay. Let's see if we can rotate this image. Horizontal flip vertically. There we go. Damn, like a little ball and dick coming out. Let me move this a little bit. There we go. That was not bad. Oh man. Oh. I'm doing my Tim Pool right now. I got my beanie on, and you don't want to see the baldness coming. Holy shit! Oh no, don't want to see that. How's everyone doing, man? I'm just trying to wake up this morning and hopefully not fall into another pit of despair. I just had a little Dragon's Milk rant. No, it was on a fucking rant. It was just me bitching about fucking Dragon's Milk. Which hopefully I say enough for you guys to hear. Dragon's Milk, that tonight. Dragon's Milk. Before you go to work tomorrow, you get fucking drunk off that shit. Because I'm not. Like when you drink so much, you're like, all right, you wake up the next morning, you're like, all right, I think I'm done. I think I'm done for a couple of days. I don't see myself drinking for like 25 years from now. And then next week, of course, you're already like busting down on another another 24 ounce or some shit, right? So it's like some more people kind of trickling in. Welcome. Like I said, before we get started about the whole what's going on in the state of our democracy, what's going on with the state of our democracy, and I get into the segments I want to rant into for you guys to do it live and be entertained. Just chill around, ask whatever you want. Just like a little chill, ask me anything section that you get to know this creator himself. That hopefully that when you see this live stream or when you watch it later on, if you're watching this later on, you can be like, oh shit, I really like the fact that I'm gonna subscribe to this dude. I want to see what more shit that he's got involved. And I need to say this too. I am taking recommendations. Like if you guys have a particular topic or subject that you want to send me to talk about, this is like the perfect time to do so. And another reason why I'm doing this Sunday morning is because the serious people get up at Sunday morning, right? I'll get up and do my jog or take the dog out, whatever. And then I tune into some other stuff, just to wrap up the week, just to start off the week, right? That's and then later on, of course, playing some video games. If y'all like video games, I'm not going to do it here on the YouTube. YouTube is like for the whole social commentary, rants, and videos and live streams like this that you guys can enjoy. I'm trying to keep the gaming separate, but I still game separate for those who like to watch gaming, just to split that audience. So has there been any I have a question to you guys. Has there been any other streamers on YouTube that you guys watch a lot? And Thought Slime is not what you call it. You can't answer Thought Slime because obviously you watching your Thought Slime or you wouldn't be here in the first place. Or if you found me just through the ether, that's awesome. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, is there any other type of streamers that you watch? You're like, oh shit, I like that guy, that girl, whatnot. No, all at once, class. So it looks like another mass shooting is going on. It just happened not too long ago. Killed 2 people and injured 14 ones. It's another day in America where another mass shooting occurs, and especially now in the political climate with the whole Black Lives Matter protests and stuff like that, it just can't be good. Everything's being twisted and set to a narrative that it's unhealthy for any person's or state's, or country's state of mind, especially the social unrest is ridiculous right now. So what you're gonna hear about here is there's a shooting occur. Oh, it must be those leftist protesters. It must be those leftist protesters of BLM, those Antifa-like people that we hear about on the news all the time, right? And that destroys the message. That's not good. It's just not good, man. So it looks like it was in Rochester, New York, right? Yeah. According to local authorities, at least 2 people were killed and 14 were injured in a mass shooting at a party in Rochester, New York overnight on Friday. Police have not yet made any arrests in connection to the shooting. Like, genuine people will just read that and be like, oh, fuck. Like, we're still at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a party. It must have been something stupid. There always has to be something stupid that you kill someone else over, right? And that should never be the case. You shouldn't kill your fellow brothers and sisters because, you know, he stepped on your shit. New York, probably on your Timbs or whatever. Yeah. Eventually, we'll get to a point in this country where people will actually rethink. Sorry about that. Rethink their actions before they commit it. Too much passion, too much hot-blooded passion. You just start shooting, and people want to retaliate. Shit, it's America, man. Shit, everybody got burners. Even people who don't believe in it. If they tell you, "Oh, I don't have guns," you probably do, or you know someone who has a gun. There's always that sense of that safeness, right? Though I feel like, you know, some gun laws need to be, you know, regulated even more. I really don't have a problem with people having guns. I don't. Just when you use it where it's intended to be used for. If not, you on your own, buddy. Oh yeah, and it seems like that question wasn't answered. That's all good. Not everyone. People are shy. People don't, you know, when they come into chatting, people are shy. That's fine. That's cool. You don't need to be shy. I don't bite. As you can tell when listening to me right now, I'm not like a debate lord that's gonna like try to like whoop you down with like, you know, facts and logic, unless you say some dumb shit, right? All right, let's try an easier answer, right? Question: if you're voting Joe Biden on November, you could just put 1 in the chat. Let me type that. If you are voting Biden, hit 1 in the chat. All. Or if you watch this later on, leave a comment that says 1. You guys don't mind the music, right? It's not too hood. Well, yeah, I wouldn't change it regardless if you did or not. I like this type of music. I'm not really of a big R&B guy. It's got to be like a certain type. Oh shit! Don't get me wrong. I don't want to vote Biden at all. I wanted Bernie to come back for us. But I have to do what I have to do. Even though I live in a red state, I have to do what I have to do. Speaking of which, I really need to go and register. I feel like probably something I need to get out the way. Just like more people, when we hear they're like, "Oh, go register to vote." Ugh, I don't feel like it, man. There's so many other things I rather do. You know, not that you want. You can vote. You know, you can vote. But there's some other things you just rather do. Like, I just want to get a taco, man. Let me just go get a taco. I'll register later, you know. And if I was honest with you guys, I would just say, register now, even though I haven't. Don't be like me. I'm a piece of shit. All right. Also, if you guys like have an idea of what to call like a group, you know, there's like the angry army. There's like the asshole army. Like, I don't want to be known in the army because I'm not really down with the material industrial complex. So that's a complex too. The military industrial complex. Even though I'm a military brat myself, I still, you know, since my eyes have been open, I now realize that path that a lot of children that grew up in the military are more likely to be in the military. Yeah, like it's sad, right? Because it preys upon your weakness. It's the how do I say this? The military industrial complex, when it comes to those children who are in the military, I have to pause it because it's hard to think. All right, hope you guys don't mind me pausing it, the song, even if you guys are jamming to it. The military industrial complex, when it comes to children, what they do is children who live, born, raised in the base basically becomes mini soldiers, right? They become like mini workers. So let me put it in a better analogy, right? So it's just like your parents grew up in a factory. They worked at a factory all day. When you tell them, hey, when I grow up, I want to be just like my parents, work in the factory, gain respect, garner all the things, and cultivate the awesomeness of what my parents did as a worker in the factory, right? Keep on that legacy. That's the same thing that military brats like us get. Like, in my mind was so set when I was growing up, like, I'm gonna join the military. I'm gonna be a fucking general. I'm gonna be a badass. You know, like, I'm gonna be a fucking war hero. This is Call of Duty. All right, this is not real life. This is straight Call of Duty for me. So that's what they do, right? All right. So just want to get that out the way. So those of you who ever wonder, like, oh, are military brats, would know, like, understand what I'm talking about, right? And plus, living in a military base, it's not no different than living in like some sort of ghetto. I mean, at least for the Army, for me, like, some of you might be Air Force brats, and like, you might have a stick up your ass, but that's how it was for me, man. Alright. So. So, like I was talking about earlier, like, there's like the asshole army or the angry army. I might have to do something with like the word propaganda. The propaganda network? Is that a good one? Like, you know, say like you like donate your tier sub or like you know, a moderator on the YouTube side or whatever the case may be, or people who like want to like join the propaganda network, right? Or might be something I could talk about, like baldness. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay. We're good. People flying out. It's all good. Alright. What else? Let's talk about some different things before I get into like the real juice of the matter. The juice, the real squeeze of why I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Are they really talking about fart sounds on Twitter? Twitter's a terrible place, man. It is. Sorry, I'm looking at stuff. Man, look at Whew. I'm just tired of it. Is it because it's too bright, or do I need to adjust the smoothness? As fucking green screen, and it's having improper lighting because I'm a broke boy. Yeah. That's just the best it could be right now. Oh, this pillow up. Oh man, we chilling, right? We chilling. Yeah, some of y'all went to go get y'all coffee and came back. I feel you, man. I feel you. No hard feelings, man. No hard feelings, man. Yeah, so most of you who don't have black friends, I can be your black friend. I'll be your black friend. And also, so like when you're arguing with your other friends, like, oh, I have a fucking black friend. Man, you don't have no fucking black friend. Oh, yes, I do. Look, listen. And it's me in the background. Yeah, I'm his black friend. He can say it. He can say it just with the 3 letters, right? Oh, you know who I wish was here? Miguel. You guys remember him? If you watched my other video, Miguel was on. It's always fun talking to him. He's probably asleep though. Or he's probably in this chat, this stream. Knowing him. Am I really that low? Oh, I know what it did. Yeah, I know exactly what it did. If I do this, does it help? No. Alright, I got it. It's way too sensitive. Okay. I think that's it. That there'll be a little bit breaks here and there, but that's it. Hopefully my fucking face doesn't get all burnt out and burnt. It looked like I'm an unfortunate burn victim. All right, so I'm going to make some coffee, and when I'm back, we'll just continue the bullshit we did. We do. I'll be back. 2 minutes. Okay. Thanks for patiently waiting. I got it back. Some some fucking sweetener in this coffee instead of normal cube sugar. I used to just like 3 cube sugars in my coffee. Oh man. Oh, I feel weak. I should go to the hospital, right? No, I shouldn't go to the hospital. I ain't bitch made. A little drink, Sammy. Ain't gonna do nothing. There's a little drink in my cup. I ain't that bitch made. All right. So when you guys see the term Democrat, do you think of like what type of people do you think? Do you think of like kind of leftist leaning people like us that are like have like some sort of have like a value moral basis for our thoughts and reasons and that we implement in policies for like the betterment of our society as we believe it to be? Or do you guys think of it like the snot-nosed, like rich more than $100,000 a year, like uptight asshole who is not like that hides their prejudices in subtle manners, and but like they're not outwardly like racist or outwardly transphobic or homophobic. They're more of a it's hard to describe it in words that sound intellectual, so I'm just gonna be more of an asshole when it comes to just snot-nosed, uppity as certain folks that live in the richer area who feel dirty when they're around you. It's kind of like how the like Parasite made them out to be like they're not like those rich people, like how Parasite said like they're not as bad in terms of people, but the way that they view you is sort of kind of like inhuman, right? So I want to attribute it to dogs, but since my vegan ass don't like disparaging animals in comparison to disgusting parasitic nature that human beings are, you will come to the realization that, and now I'm just off rambling. Whatever. I guess this is content for you guys, but it comes to the point where there are certain people out there that you think about and you see their life and you're like, man, you wipe your ass just like I do, but what about you so special and different? Now, it's not in like any sort of projection or anything like that. So these certain people out there are unique in a way that their experiences they will experience the same thing as you do, but their perception of it's in a lens of something that's disgusting, right? So like you will see like okay, so let's put this in perspective, right? All right, I don't want to like mute it. Let's put this in perspective, right? It's literally the same volume. I don't know. So you ultra wealthy. Okay, you normal. Let's say you're middle class. And to your left is an ultra wealthy Democrat, and then to your right is an ultra wealthy Republican, right? It would seem like, from my perspective, I may be wrong, and if you don't agree, you're more free to challenge me on this. So the left leaning, ultra rich, wealthy liberal Democrat will look at the homeless person and be like, "Oh, like we must have some sort of means to find a way for him or her to get up on their feet. Like maybe we should just give them some money and they can, they'll do better in life." In which the outcome will be better. And then the ultra wealthy Republicans like, well, no, the reason why this homeless person is there is because he was not an offspring of privilege or an offspring of merit. Not privilege, but merit, an offspring of merit. So it's due to his laziness that he's not in the same level as I am. And in that scenario that I'm posing, both these people most likely hit their wealth
in a manner that none of them did it by merit. None of them did it by any sort of means tested way for them to reach that level of wealthiness. And this is not indicative of all of them. Or they didn't really work as hard in the fields and it cultivated to some sort of vast wealth. You look at the homeless person, you're like, oh shit, bro, this could be me. This literally could be me, like in like T-minus 1 month without paying my rent, if that makes sense, right? And that leads back to my whole Democrat thing. Oh, what do you think? Like a snot-nosed, like uppity, privileged Democrat, right? What runs in your mind? Like they politically, they kind of have a higher moral basis, moral ground in comparison to their Republican. We gotta fix this. Republican counterpart. At the end of the day, man, like it sucks. Oh. I guess that ramble. If it didn't make any sense to you, you're in the same boat that I am. But I like to think that I actually hit a point there. It seems like I'm warming up a little bit. So. All right. What else? So we talked about a little bit about the shooting. We talked about privilege, wealthy perspective. For those of you who are watching this afterwards, thank you for watching this afterwards. For those of you here, thank you for being here. Sunday morning, because Sunday morning is like the best time right now for me to do this. And if it starts to take off a little bit, I'll set aside a little bit an afternoon or something like that. So I could just come talk to you YouTube guys, directly, right? And if you're like, oh, is he gonna play a video game or anything? That's probably where my Twitch is gonna be at. I might play a game here too. Not right now, not today, but a little bit later on down the line. Yes. We're just talking about rambling about random shit. So if you feel free to chime in, but whatever you want, right? There's a free speech zone. There's a certain words you can't say. Of course, you know those words. If you want to say those words, you say it to yourself. You say it to yourself. You say it to yourself in your private. That's you. That's on you. You have to live with those demons. But as of now, I really want to know what you guys had to say. Sorry, I was reading something that kind of took me a little bit. It says dog person. If you're wondering what the mug says, oh, you already read it probably. Problem with coffee sometimes is that you'll get that you use that brand of coffee that you like, right? But because I use the K cups or whatever, some K cups suck. You buy a brand of coffee, like say you buy a 12 pack, right? You got it from the Food Line, Walmart, whatever. Hey. Enzo. Sorry. Guard dog mode. What is it, Baba? What is it, Baba? Oh, sorry. He likes to go guard dog mode when he looks out the window. He's not a barker unless there's something like that provokes him. But where was I at? Where was I at? Oh, okay. I was trying to see. I have all these different panels up and see. So we were talking about coffee, right? Well, I was talking about coffee. You're more free to chime in. So you buy the 12 pack brand of coffee, right? K cups. The Keurig uses out there. Some of you are above God tier level coffee makers and do drips and shit like that. Whatever. We're not talking to you. We're talking us poor folks who will buy $5 pack, a $5 12 pack of K cups. Some of those K cups, they're not all, even though they were the machines make them all to be equal. Some of them just don't taste right. Some of them just you're this is a bad batch. That's what I'm dealing with here. But I'm still gonna drink it. But this is a bad batch. Oof. Oh look, the little dogs are like uh blending out. That's cool. You finished guarding? Huh? Yeah. If my dog decides to like jump on me or whatever, I'll show him to you guys. He's a nice little pup. He's an asshole though, just like me. All right. So let's see what else we can talk about. What else? I'm actually enjoying this a little bit. I don't know if you guys are. I mean, I guess I'll find out after the like. People hit the like button or tune in, or check to find like sees this afterwards if they did enjoy stuff like this and they want more of this. I'd be happy to provide. The only problem is the time schedule, because I am working full time and I am like juggling like 5 different things. Being a gamer, being a loving fiance. Trying to be a loving fiance in terms of like, it's a guy you could do more, right? As like a fiance or a husband, or even a long-term boyfriend, you're like, I could be doing more, right? But you'll never know. You won't even know. You won't even know at your deathbed, and both of you guys staring each other in the eyes, right? All pale and gray, all ready to call whatever you want. Call your God, or if you're Satanist, call Lucifer to come and drag you down or drag you up, or whatever plane you decide that's your ending or your total demise is gonna be at. You just look at her and you're like, God damn, 50 years, 50 fucking years. I could have done more, right? Oh well. Man. And for those of you who are out there who are single, man, you'll get that feeling sometimes too with your pretend boyfriend or girlfriend. Some of you guys have it. No one talks about it. The pretend boyfriend and girlfriend that you have in your head. Everybody, don't try to act like you're some sort of special, enlightened, tiptoeing person that don't have a pretend one. Pretend in a sense that in your head, if you're like, oh, if my girlfriend did this or my boyfriend did that, I would do this and that. That's your pretend boyfriend or girlfriend, right? I'm not saying, I'm just shooting the shit here. We all have that, like, or you read a story like, oh, she took more than half at the divorce. You're like, man, that was my wife, but you're single as fuck, right? That's your pretend boyfriend or girlfriend. The imaginatory person that you put in place, that you project all your relationships and feelings and moralities to, that doesn't really exist. You hope exists, but if that person actually exists, it might actually make you be a murderer. Because let's face it, if a person is exactly what you think that they are, down to the T, that you've basically constructed them to be, then that person is someone you are more likely to take their life because you felt like you created them. Thus, the God complex comes into play. Now he's not thinking like, maybe he's referring to something biblically as well. No, right. See, this is what I do. I try to make the gears in your head turn a little bit. This is what I do with people. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear in high heels. Live streaming, by the way. What? Did you pet another dog?
No. Oh yeah, I did, buddy. I forgot because I think Susie bought him. It was in the car. I forgot. I was wondering why he's all over. Yeah, pet buddy. He's mine. I forgot. I was wondering. I thought he was happy to see me. Nah, he just smelled another dog.
Yeah, he was faking like he had to use the bathroom not too long ago. He does that now. So now, like, a dog will fake it and like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. No, I just want to go bark at the goats and stuff.
Leave alone.
Man. All right, so we talked about that. I had those gears turning about the creation of a person that you have in your imagination. And your pretend boyfriend or girlfriend that you most likely have. That's for the single people. Lindsey Graham has no balls. No. See, look. I think like. So, I always wondered like, okay, so like Lindsey Graham is trending on Twitter right now. I always wondered what compels people to be that obedient to a person or that like subservient to a person. Like they must even if they have like the worst thing in the world on you, right? It's got to be something like a video or something like that of you committing some sort of atrocity, like you being some sort of snuff film or whatever, that you would work as hard as like Lindsey Graham and who else is like the bootlegger, all the other Trump sycophants that work in his administration. The difference between a voter and a person who actually holds power against a person of power is that you can leverage that power against two competing powers, right? So he's a senator. He can leverage power against the president if he wanted to, unlike a normal person who doesn't have that privilege, right? But why? Like, why? Like, is that is how you get your tea in the morning, man? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand like how you can be a senator and a sycophant at the same time. Those two doesn't comprehend. Why? It's trending out. Lindsey Graham, of course, vote him out. He's literally like one of the worst senators out there in terms of like just being a massive hypocrite. Like, people don't know. Like, a lot of people don't know. Like, honestly, if you're like you're right wing and like a senator, just own the fucking shit that you espouse. No, like, don't do the flowery language. I mean, I'm guessing since your message is probably horribly redundant, racist, and radical to the point where a lot of people's lives are going to be torn apart because of your rhetoric, then just own that shit, man. Just be that motherfucker. Yeah, this is not for kids. Just be that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we got that out the way. Just a small little rant about fucking Lindsey Graham. You know you hate him, but you love watching. Love watching the bootleg. I am, on the other hand, I don't think Lindsey Graham is. He's horrible, but he's not my scope of like the axis of evil. For one, Mitch McConnell's the ultimate evil, even above Trump. I think Mitch McConnell's the worst of the worst. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would debate this with anybody right now. I think Mitch McConnell is worse than Trump. I think that his sneakiness, his grab the power, the way that he goes about putting the political stress on this country is the reason why fascism was able to be slipped into our democracy. Now you think about it, right? Oh, like you hear a lot of things. Oh, Obama gave us Trump, or like the culture war gave us Trump. But for Trump to be a person that's in power, someone in the background had to be lubing the policies, lubing the ideas, implementing these disgusting like narratives. And I think Mitch McConnell was that person that became the person, because remember, even with Hitler had a mentor, pushed him into power, and allowed things like that. I might be wrong, but that's what I believe. All feelings, no facts. Yeah, I right now am working, like, it's still in the brainstorming stages of, and this is for like our political junkies who follow me stuff, for something that you'll like to see is having who, like, the top 5, I guess, or no, top 3. It wouldn't be top 5. Top 3 worst politicians destroying your country now. United States version. And those 3 would be, I think, number 3 is Donald Trump. Number 2, Nancy Pelosi. Or you can swap those 2 out. And number 1 is Mitch McConnell. Some of you Pelosi stands out there might be angry, but that's just how I feel. so tired of being threatened by these people. Who are these people exactly? Whoever the conservative media bubble tells them it is. Authoritarianism works from the bottom down. So they tune into guys like Mark for their talking points and marching orders, inject nuances into the conversations that they can't handle until they hear from Mark. So, talking points. I can't wait till I get to the point where I'm blocked by people on Twitter and stuff. Just because I like shoot the shit. And if you, yes, I am on Twitter. It's there in the description box if you want to follow me on Twitter. That's where I try to get really funny against some shit. Not too fucking edgy. The edgelord shit gets on my nerves, but yeah, definitely hit up that Twitter, man. And you're feeling up to it. If you like the games, mix in with everything else that you see here. It's also the Twitch. All right. What else? What else? Ugh. Hard adjusting it. You have terrible lighting, and you're a content creator. Get a green screen. Make sure. Oh, excuse me. Oh, make sure you buy good lights. That's where I'm fucking up at. You ready to go for a walk? Huh? You're at your grandma's? Oh.
You need groceries? You need groceries today, so you let me know.
Are you getting to the store or are you ordering it?
I'm gonna go to the store with my mom.
Okay.
Is that good?
Hmm?
Is that good?
It's not.
What?
You feeling yourself, aren't you?
I sure am.
Yeah, I can tell.
I look good, don't I?
Yes, your makeup game's really good, baby. What? Okay. Ugh.
Did I get off a walk?
Me?
Did you? No.
Oh, he's gonna get enough walking when we get to the train.
I gotta clean up today too.
You gotta go to training with us too.
Oh, you go training?
Yeah.
You go training? You go training?
Oh man.
Wanna grab
Right.
dinner or something? On the way back?
Yeah, we can.
And chill?
Yeah, we can. Oh man.
Alright, so what time do I need to be back?
What?
What time do I need to be back? In order to, you said 6:30, right?
Yeah.
We gotta leave here at 6.
Usually, yeah.
I'll be, well, I should be here before then anyway.
Okay.
If not, I'll be here at 5:30, the latest.
That's fine.
But I should be here before that anyway.
Let me know if you can make it or if you want to come.
No, come.
Okay.
But just don't forget, you gotta send me if you need groceries, cause
By what time?
see when we eat what time. 2:30.
Okay, I can do that. Ooh, so we've been in this for an hour, right? I think you guys deserve another little.
Alright, my babe, love you.
Love you too.
What did you know?
You guys deserve another. Let's talk about something random. Let's ramble about something random, right? Trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I got you. I'm doing good at this stuff. You feel free to chime in if you want to talk about a particular topic. I'm more than happy to provide the entertainment. Sometimes you need that little push. There's people out there who give you that little push. You know, I probably should start subtitling in like at my videos. I should also do like the segments for it. That would be that'd be nice, you know. Put little segments in there. Into your elbow, like you're supposed to. Oh no, there you go. Crybaby mode. Dog cries. Attachment issues. Don't you? I wish you had attachment issues to other dogs. You know what? I'm going to go to NPR voice. So let's take a moment and listening to the awesome sounds. And here we are doing the relaxing segment. Wait. I just thought of something. Can I get demonetized if a song is chopped and screwed or slowed? Well, I don't think he was. Okay, I have to get back into the NPR mode. Okay. Slow. Okay. Those of you here, welcome to the GXG. And want to join the propaganda network, or the BPN, the Ball Propagandist Network. I'm your host here. I go by GXG. It used to stand for Gentleman Gamer, but that became super corny. Throughout my time here on YouTube, I figured that it'd be more malleable, marketable, and essential and easier for you to remember just 3 fucking letters. Those 3 letters are G, gentleman, X, which is used to hyphenate basically, if you're a gamer, if you know that, and X is the last G's for gamer. Now, with being acclimated, you can insert whatever you want to the letters G, X, and G. G could stand for God tier, gamer. Galvanized, gamer. It all ends with gamer. You make the decision. Now, since we are in NPR mode, let's do a small dive into bad faith actors. Now, this is the segment that most people salivate for. This is where most of you leftist people get horny about when we shit on bad faith actors. And in honor of my beanie wearing, let's talk about the Tim Pool types. Now, these people, these type of people who participate in a roulette style of talking in which they fast track all their words so it'd be harder and harder to keep up. We turn to the definition of word salad, where a person says a whole bunch of nonsense in a sort of manner that you believe there's meaning to it, where in actuality there's no meaning to it. This is what the Beanie Monster does. Now, should my 1K sub YouTube channel be talking shit about someone who's a multi-million sub channel? I can. I have in States. And you can too. Now let's dive in a bit deeper. Now, in ingesting small doses of Tim Pool from here and there and other leftist critiques of this bad faith factor, I've come to the realization that he is willingly doing what he That's just hard to do. It gets all monotone and annoying after a while. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's like, his types. What they do is they do the roulette style of talking, where they hit you with fast breaks and talking points where here and there we don't know where you're supposed to jump to. You don't know where you're supposed to go and align your and retort. It comes with basically the territory, basically. Once you become more and more acclimated at speaking to people, you are more likely to just go onto that dialogue tree and just pick apart all those different types of talking points to relay the message that, in the end, it's just bigotry. It's repackaged bigotry, right? Simple. Oh, man. Oh, this should go hard. Oh, this should go hard, man. Holy hell. JXG, welcome to my listening party. Oh. Speaking of like describing my YouTube channel in a like NPR boring format, I would love to, like, if you're a content creator and you feel like you want someone to kind of collab with, yeah, the doors are open. Like, don't, I don't care how small your channel is, to be honest with you. I used to be a 16 sub Andy, or I can't stop saying Andy, a 16 sub Tyrone, and yeah, being at this position, it feels good, but it could feel better. Make me feel better. And you watch my videos, you know where that came from. I need to bring back Officer ACAP for another like video. Like, well, it's hard when we're making personalities. It's hard to bring them back for like another thing. I think I know one way too, but I need probably need like another camera to do the things that I'm thinking about. It's all content. It's all content, nonstop. All content. All content. All content. I could switch it up for something to be, this style, of course. But I like this too. It's when I'm talking to people. I forget like intermission and stuff like that. So I'm guessing most of you guys are gamers, right? Right? I'm glad. This is gonna get a little bit nerdy. I'm glad that we have new video cards that are out, but it's extremely difficult to get them. Like the 3080s, I've been like all sold out everywhere. I want a 3090. I can only imagine how difficult it would be to get that. Like it's gonna be fucking hell trying to get that video card. And I want the reference, Founders Edition, whatever. You understand a word I said? You will understand how I feel. So I think the 3090 comes out this week, right? Benchmark. Yeah, release date 24th. 10,496 CUDA cores, but a lower clock speed than The 3080. We'll see. I really want to see the benchmarks for it. It's the big effing GPU, man. When I have that type of horsepower, dude, what I'm telling you right now, the type of content, especially when it comes to like live streaming and stuff like that, bringing to you guys, oh man. Like, if you guys love video games, once I get my hand on the 3090 and do my new build, it'll be all like in 4K. Like, I'm going to probably jump the 1080p bandwagon, the 1080p, and just jump to 4K. Like, provide you entertainment in 4K. You know what I'm saying? Like, people love seeing things very, very nice and neat for them. And 4K is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, should wait, buy a pre-built? I shouldn't buy a pre-built. No. I can't call myself a PC master, be part of the PC master race and buy a pre-built PC. That's stupid. Now, people are saying like, oh, why would you buy something that's super expensive that's only relatively 20% of the horsepower of a 3080? And I'm talking about the RTX 3080 from NVIDIA, if you are following along on my graphics cards right now. And jumping to something is a 3090. I guess there's more than you need. Exactly. Sometimes even socialists indulge in more than what they need. It's just human nature, right? Sometimes you just gotta have the best, right? I'm not gonna compare it to an Apple. No, that's not the best. You know what I'm saying? That's all subjective. But if this is objectively better than all the rest of the things that are out there, what's not the point, right? And I can hold that graphics card as long as I hold this 4-year-old 1070. I can hold that longer and provide more content. Games that are smooth that you watch. There'll be no stutter. There'll be like, of course, I'm gonna update the CPU. It'll be a better experience for me. I'm gaming. I can just sit back and relax and not worry about, oh shit, I have to turn down the settings now. I had to make sure that my card can run it and my computer is good enough to run this video game. Instead of cut that bitch on. We putting everything on ultra settings. Can it handle crisis mode? Basically, and I'm not even broke a sweat. My PC hasn't broke a sweat. That's what I want. That's where I want to be at. And then when I create live streams, you can see things in 4K. Of course, I'm gonna upgrade the camera. I might do like a secondary camera with the webcam, and like have like the 4K camera there, and like you can see everything crystal clear, all my blemishes, all like the patches on my beard, and then have like a webcam here for like maybe a puppy monitor or something like that. It's just cool shit like that I could do without worrying about, is the horsepower enough? The horsepower will be there. I might wait until the new CPUs come from AMD, and if they come and they're like lackluster or not really that good, I'll just get like a 3900X and just call it a day. And if I like a 3950X, throw my CPU here, Ryzen 3950X becomes cheaper because the new AMD cards came out. That'd be perfect. If it was the same price as the 3900X, perfect. I don't have a wedding to pay for. I'm just gonna buy me a brand new PC. It's like $3,000, right? With all this YouTube money I'm making, I'm not making any money on YouTube yet. Wow, man. And then I think about it too, like right now, where I am at. Like, all this stuff is probably going to be used against me if I ever like cultivate like a gigantic following. Now that I think about it too, like all the things that you say on the internet stays on the internet. So let's say that let's do a hypothetical, right? In the future, 1 million subscribers, doing relatively well, like doing really well actually. Let's not try to paticate it. doing really well like the other streamers and YouTubers that you follow, right? And then, there's always those bad faith actors. I already had my NPR Tim Pool little spiel that come along and they dig. Not as much as like liberals do, but like Republicans and conservatives, they dig. Like, look what they did. Like what they did to Milo. They dig. They'll find something. Just like me. Like, they'll come to one of my streams, like when I'm here being like I'm just a 1K Tyrone, and yeah, they're like, oh shit, remember when you said this and this and that, and do you still hold that same position? You know what? You do. You hold that shitty ass position or that terrible take. You have to own that now. It is the year 2030, and you have to own that shit now. 10 years from now, you have to own it. Just like anything that you post up, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks because I could have a band moment where I'm in my feelings. That's why I'm trying to be careful, especially when it comes to live streaming. Like, you really have to be careful out here, man. Even a comment that you leave, say, even if let's reverse it. You don't have no following. You don't give a shit about all that. You just, you just a regular consumer of content, right? On YouTube and stuff like that. And you make a comment, and later on, you could have like a Twitter beef with somebody or whatever the social media of that day later on in the future. Let's say 2020, you leave a comment. This video is a piece of shit. Americans deserve blah 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 blah. Right? 10 years from now, you're like fighting on like Twitter too, some shit, and they were like, remember when you said Americans deserve blah 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 blah? And you're like, oh shit, I have to own that now. Now imagine leaving that comment, someone digging that up and saying, oh, this is you, homie? And saying it like you will have to live with the demons that you create, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, all the bad shit that you do on the internet fucking sucks. All right. I think I'm a bit warmed up. I'm a bit warmed up. I think I'm ready for those 2 rants that I want to do. 2 free rants. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit until I get to those. Just a little bit more people to come in. I want some more eyes and ears for this. I'm over here hyping it up. I just don't like the way that looks. So, I'm a bit warmed up, a bit ready. Okay. Let's chill a bit. Some things up real quick, then I'll get to it. Oh man. It's 5. This is 3 now. I don't know what to do. Sorry. Give me a moment. Gotta do some things real quick. All right, and then I think that should be good. All right. Oh, it looks like and trickled out. That's fine. Some more people, a little bit more people to trickle in before I start this. I'll do these 2 segments and then I'll hop on Twitch and we can play some video games. Lower that light. It's too bright on me. I think that's better. All right. All right. All right. I think it's whatever. In or out. People come in or out. It's up to them. All right. Let me look for it first, and then I'll pop it up for you guys so you can start this. Do these 2 segments, 2 things that I wanted to talk about, and then end it there. I also got to read a little bit more leftist books. So if you're watching this a little bit later, and you have something for me recommended for me to read or listen to, hey, leave that on the comment section. I'll definitely listen to it. All right. So give me a moment while I pull up something. I'll just do some things I wanted to. Sorry, I just wanted to talk about. So bear with me here. I know. Can you hear? Huh. Let me see something. I also gotta send out a grocery list. Oh, why is this so hard to find? Jesus. I have to find it. Sorry, I got lost in something real quick. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Almost there, I believe. Lord have mercy of this freaking feed. I was going to say the F word. That's another thing I have to like be careful about is cussing, because the only way for you to be monetized is you have to start swearing for some reason. All right, I'm almost there. I think I'm almost there. That's weird. Uh-oh. You probably can hear my computer in the background, right? That's probably what it is, too. Let me lower that. 34 degrees is fine. God, I hated that. I hated that the fact that a computer makes that noise. The fan spinning so hard. Let's go for quiet as well. But if you're wondering like what I'm looking for right now, I'm trying to find the letter that fucking letter. Well, yeah, the open letter that Mitch McConnell made for Ruth Bader Ginsburg's passing. What I want to do is have something in. Oh, I think I'm almost there. I'm there. All right, I found it. Let me share. Excuse me. Coronavirus. And I need to stop saying COVID too, because if you say COVID, YouTube is gonna fucking axe your shit. That's even worse than cussing. All right, I think I found it. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. The computer's all right. All right, so. You want to see the chat because it's not what you call it. Let's check that YouTube. Trying to find it. There we go. Nice. You see it, but I'm about to change it right now. All right. So what I'm gonna do for this little rambling section, let's pause the music here so my words can be conveyed clear and concisely, because this is something I wanted to talk about, especially with the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Something I'm going to a small rant of why I believe Mitch McConnell's the most evil motherfucker on this planet. So let's do what all beanie wearing mofos on YouTube and stuff do and read out something verbatim and then give you my take on it. It's much easier to do it that way anyway. So, let me get to the actual tweet so I can see myself. All right. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell made a following statement of the passing of the U.S. Supreme Court's Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The Senate and the nation mourn the sudden pass of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the conclusion of an extraordinary American life. Justice Ginsburg overcame one personal challenge and professional barrier after another. She just climbed from a modest Brooklyn upbringing to a seat of our nation's highest court and into the pages of American history, blah, blah, blah. Always got to add in that film before you distinctly put in fascism. Her intelligence, determination, which now grieves alongside her family, friends, and colleagues. In the last midterm election before Justice Scalia's death in 2016, Americans elected a Republican Senate majority because we pledged to check and balance the last days of the lame duck president's second term. We kept our promise since the 1880s. Now, it's funny how they will pick and choose how far back the laws they are just to implement their disgusting behavior. Since the 1880s, that's what McConnell does. That's why he's the most evil. No Senate has confirmed an opposite party president Supreme Court nominee in a presidential election year. By contrast, and here's the milk of it, Americans reelected our majority in 2016 and expanded in 2018 because we pledged to work with President Trump and support his agenda, particularly his outstanding appointments to the federal judiciary. Once again, we will keep our promise. President Trump's nominee will receive a vote on the floor of the United States Senate. So, the Senate's in the So, this is what he does, right? You can't try to fight evil, the embodiment of evil, with morality. You can't try to like morally justify things and keep guard of precedent. It doesn't work that way. Not with people whose ultimate goal in life is to sow your demise, to sow your destruction, to sow all doubt that you are the moral and righteous person that you claim to be because you hold certain precedents. So back when I think it was Scalia's death, they try to, we all know about Merrick Garland. If you don't, you should go and read that on your own. So when I heard the news, and when most people heard the news that Justice Ginsburg died, you get that sunken feeling like, holy shit, like we are to the wire. Especially since, before Joe Biden is elected to the presidency, if he is, for that matter, or going to be, especially now since Joe Biden is losing his major lead that he had over Trump, by which way overall you will be my guest to figure that out. We just don't know. The state of the country is at such a turmoil. You don't know what's coming left and right. It's even worse in 2016. I will propose like the culture and the state of this country's, it's so far out that you won't you can't really come to a concrete notion unless you like basically study the polls and what surveys and whatnot that Trump won't be reelected. But irregardless if he's not, let's say Trump doesn't get reelected, right? This is one of the worst case scenarios. So Trump doesn't get elected, but before he leaves office in January, don't forget, even if he's not elected president, he's still president until the end of this year. He's going to put in basically a Supreme Court justice that might obfuscate all the progressive values that you hold dear to yourself, right? Basically, Justice Ginsburg was fighting life and death for the country, right? Life and death, trying to be at least a stopgap from the Supreme Court, completely annihilating all the precious policies and stuff that you hold dear today. Roe v. Wade is one example of that. Like that, and people will talk about this, right? For a woman's right to choose, right? To choose what happens to her body, her own autonomy, which is important, right? You should kind of want that to be the case. You should want women and people to have choices with their body, because just like conservatives will argue or have like a slippery slope fallacy with that if we can get away with this, we can get away with that in terms of like, let's so we got rid of Roe v. Wade, for example. You may or may not believe it. If they do get away with that, what's the stopping from getting away from dismantling the Civil Rights Act? Like, what's stopping them? Like, they already got rid of a landmark precedent case ruling that presided over a case about women's autonomy. Give blacks the right to vote? What? Do you see how they destroyed our streets? Did you see how Black Lives Matter is now a terrorist organization? So why should we give them any rights? Why should we give them anything that is tangible for them to actually succeed, right? So they'll just argue. They'll sit there and argue, and this is just me shooting a shot. It's not nothing that's like, it's just me being perspective. It's not me saying that this is concrete, but what's from stopping a fascist regime from taking over? Like, even if Trump is not reelected, Joe Biden's not going to be a more productive president, because more eyes are going to be on Joe. They can't hide him if he becomes president. As much as people like try to hide him now, once he gets the high seat power, if all we see is Kamala running around doing all this stuff like that, the media, of course, would do all they can to like try to hide Biden, even if he becomes president. Like, they will try as hard as possible to just change the nature of the conversation. But do you think the right wing is going to give up when Trump is gone? Hell no. If you've seen progressives fight, you should see how fucking right wingers fight, especially when they have a collective idea that they want to push, ergo fascism, right? And this leads back to McConnell. Like, do you actually believe, if you're a Democrat or a senator or a House representative, do you actually believe McConnell's gonna like not vote on this? This is when he heard this news, he woke up in his own pool of cum. McConnell woke up in his own pool of cum. He probably was confused as fuck of what happened. And then he got the Twitter fan. He's like, oh, you know what? I even believe that this statement here was probably already drafted before the year started. I believe this. about 30%. But I believe this statement might have been already drafted. It might have already been drafted. You know, and he was just waiting to hit that send button to his one of his lackeys over in the studio. Like this is crazy. Like this is crazy. Like now, not only do progressive or leftist minded people have to win in terms of like the presidency, and electing Joe Biden and putting him into a seat of power, where we can basically bully him into becoming a bit more progressive, and in the policies like healthcare for all. You guys already know. You guys are more intelligent than I am. You have to work now in the courts, which is equally as difficult, right? How hard it is to unseat a judge, therefore a Supreme Court judge? Come on, man. It makes, like, every single news cycle, it seems like, for some fucking reason, this is why this year kind of sucks, that the progressive-minded people, leftist-minded people, are constantly handicapped. You know, like, trust me, I'm not a fan of judges or whatever, but you have to put in perspective, like, you have to think about it too. Not only put it in perspective, but think about it like, God damn, can we get a break? Can we get I guess Ed Markey being reelected, it's something, but does that really equal anything? Does that really like show any sort of results of all the hard work you put into it? And I believe like the not Ginsburg passing it. What do we do? Like, what do we do? Like, you know for a fact in your hearts of hearts, you can't rely on the Democratic Senate. You can't rely on Pelosi. You can't rely on Schumer in the Senate. You can't rely on these people. They're getting their hands palmed by the same people and corporations that McConnell is. Is that McConnell's just a better dog? It's a more well-trained dog. Sorry, it was something important that came to my phone. Better trained dog. Like, Schumer's just there to save face. We know this. So, the only way, from what I see it, the only way to make sure that McConnell and Trump don't get their way in terms of the Supreme Court, is to blow up Schumer's and all the other Democratic Senate's phone, and not only that, like, take the protest, tell them, like, you better fucking block anything that McConnell does. Period. You better block it. Any person don't want to hear it. Try to fight it as legislatively as possible. This is the ultimate test in terms of, are you with us in terms of like all that moral and goody two shoes bullshit that you spout to get elected, or do you really stand by those positions? And if you don't, and you let McConnell put in another fucking radical conservative into the Supreme Court, you've given up on us, and we've given up on you. Like, it's getting to the point where fighting for the state of this democracy you have, like, at this point, you have to take to the streets. Like, you can't you can't let these people get away with it. You can't. You have to hold these people's feet to the fire to the point where they understand, like, it's your ass. Like, the Republicans have been whooping you forever. Now, we're going to be whooping you from the other side. Those Republican senators, they're your buddy, pow in there. But we're the reason why you're there in the first place. Don't fuck this up. So, let's hope that like, this news of Ginsburg's passing doesn't equate to the demise of this country. So if you hold any if you hold any sort of how do I say this, influence, right? Then you have to tell people, even a small person like me, you have to tell people to convince others that this is extremely important. And this is a really scary time now for all of us. Every single one of you. Like, if you believe it or not, it is. All right. I think that's good. I think that's a clip in the ship, right? All right. So, sorry I paused the music. Yeah, man. Like, kind of wish that more people were privy to this. We know McConnell's a hypocrite. We know McConnell. Like, Twitter's not basically the.
Mr. President, the next justice could fundamentally alter the direction of the Supreme Court and have a profound impact on our country. So, of course, the American people should have a say in the court's direction.
And you think he will hold that truth to himself? No, those are just fluff words. He plays the game so well for you to feel as if you like he's following the law to the T, and the laws and policies are dictated for people like him to constantly win. I would not be replaced until the new president's installed. I don't know if she said that or not, but yeah, that's what's happening, people. Be afraid. I don't like instilling fear, but yeah, be afraid. Oh yeah, let me get. Crazy, man. All right, let's go back. I definitely don't want that to be up. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's the first segment. That's the first thing I wanted to get by. Let's go back to grooving, and hopefully, at the end of all this grooving, our country doesn't Heil Hitler at the fucking end of it, right? I guess I can do a third one on this whole like promotion of like patriotic education. Maybe a little bit later. Like I said, things like this has to be warmed up to, right? Man. Hopefully I said a lot of things that you guys feel in your heart in terms of like Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing, man. I mean, you know, you get all like ranty, you get in your feelings sometimes too. There's some things I really wanted to fucking say about McConnell, but what? Why? Right? Some things that just like it makes you like wonder, like makes you wonder. Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. What you staring at, doggy? Man. So, let's mess around with these. I'm sure everyone likes comedy here, right? And that's what I try to bring sometimes when it comes to like my content. Hopefully, like when you guys see some shit, you guys laugh. I want to hit a Kanye so bad and like play my videos on my live stream, but that's just like being a acting like Kanye, basically. Live, busted live on a guy. All right. Oh, so remember earlier when I was like, "Oh, I got like super drunk on Dragon's Milk." Back to the Dragon's Milk thing. being blacked out is the worst feeling on the planet, right? Like, I'm such a I'm very like try to be investigate. I investigate a lot of things. Like I try to like every time I don't know something, I'll try to research it, investigate it to an extent, and just going like tracing back your steps. It's kind of creepy in a manner, right? It's kind of like if you get super drunk and you trace back your steps, you're like, I did what? Wait, did I do this? And then you question your personality. Is like, okay, so I wasn't like. Sometimes I get drunk. I'm an asshole. Did I get drunk on? Wait, what the fuck did I do? And if you're all confused with like what I'm like getting at here, it's like going back to the night before, and you're like, all right, so the last thing I remembered is I did A, B, and C, right? D's a little bit hazy, and E, I don't know what the fuck happened on E. E's ridiculous. Like I woke up and my shirt had like stains on. I'm like, oh, okay, so I ate something yesterday. It's like a fucking murder mystery, right? But the thing is, like, if you have a personality of like kind of like a little bit of a cleanliness, then you will sometimes wipe away the fucking evidence. And that was one of my things that I feared. Like, oh man, I know I'm the type of person to like if I spill something, I could be shit faced. I'm like throwing up and like wiping it at the same time. So that's this whole type of person I am. And just going back all the little details too, like especially when how you interact like with your friends and stuff. You're like, man, I hope I wasn't a dick to him. I'm not usually a dick to him, but drunk self that filter is gone when you're like fucking shit faced. The filter is gone, right? So did drunk me say something that I wouldn't say without thinking about it? And this is why I don't live stream drunk. Now, if you want to see me like lit, like on live stream, you could probably have to hit the Twitch channel. You find that yourself. I'm not posting that here. I'll give you a hint. You hear that a lot. I wasn't shitty or nothing like that, I swear. But that's yeah, that's one. It's kind of like I wish there was like that would be like a dope ass show, right? Investigate my blackout, or who was I, or where you like a person contact you like, hey, I got shit faced drunk. You might want to come and like help me figure out and retrace my steps of what I did, and you could like puzzle piece all that together. Now that would be a dope show. Someone probably left and like called Netflix with that idea. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should call Netflix with that idea. Like, just do like, or I have like if I get big enough on YouTube, maybe I'll do something like that. Like, take like a viewer, like, hey, like last night I got shit faced drunk. Nothing like fucking like rapey or anything like that, but something like I got shit faced drunk. For some reason, my dog is like at my mom's house, who lives 5 states away. I don't know what fucking happened. Can you help me piece the puzzle and just like record that, like someone like their steps and stuff like that, and try to find like different different clues and stuff, and then piece together the puzzle. And like when the puzzle is pieced together of like all the stuff they did when they were shit faced, it's like all like sketched out like a police sketch. Dude, come on, man. Executive Netflix, if you see this shit, send me $2 million and I'll make that shit happen. Send me $1 million and I'll make it happen. Like I'll like contact, like if you want, like you got shit faced, you want someone to come in there and like know who, like try to like listen to your story and figure out who you are. Hopefully you're not a fucking murderer, and try to piece together the shit that you did. Because there's stories out there where like people who get so blacked out drunk that they will be in a different state, like, and then they don't remember anything. They're so functional when they're drunk that they'll hit the stock market and make it big, or just some random like weird shit like that. That's the type of stuff that is kind of entertaining, right? Because people love that investigatory shit. People love that. People love like trying to investigate some sort of events that went on. That's why SVU is so popular. That's why like all these murder mystery shows are popular. Just have like, of course, my idea, me. Someone probably would steal it anyway. Yeah, dude, that'd be so cool. That'd be so funny. It'd be funny. That's one thing. Like the jokes will land. Like, oh shit. All right, it'll get to the point where like in season like 5 or something, like people are sketching out their throw up and just contacting Netflix. Like, hey, like I I got shit faced and like I have all this stuff. Like, tell me what happened. And I arrive, all bald and happy. Like, oh shit, like, oh yeah, you definitely ate way too much pizza, dude. Like, you shouldn't have ate that much food when you were drunk. What the hell's wrong with you? It would just be constantly. That would be the catchphrase. What the hell's wrong with you? Every time like you you investigate like the crime scene or whatever, and like the thrashing of the apartment. Like, okay, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? That yeah. Oh man, that's such a good idea. It's such a great idea. It's such a great idea. All right. Oh, that explains something. Sorry, I'm doing some background stuff. Yeah, I'm just doing some background stuff. All right. Like I said before, if you guys enjoy or want to like interact, then feel free to interact. I'm always here to entertain. That's why it's called entertainment. Should I get on this? All right. Okay. Now, what would be a better idea, right? Eventually. 2 hours is good for it. I should give you guys the final segment. This is more of your, just things I wanted to talk about, right? I should give you guys your final segment. All right. Okay. Huh. Why's that chest over there? All right. Let me see what's going on here. That's so weird. Let me figure out what's going on here. Oh. That makes sense. All right. Okay. All right. There's one final thing that I wanted to talk about in a ranty style, things that you guys enjoy. And let's see if I can find that. Let me get this up so I can find it. God, I hate gnats. That's one thing I hate the most. It's gnats. Holy shit, gnats are so annoying. Oh man. I have this like this fly thing. Like gnats, go right through it. Sometimes. Little lucky ass bats. I wish I was as lucky as a gnat when it comes to dodging shit. All right. Don't worry. I got you. I got your ranty segment. I got the drug that you've been waiting on. Hold on now. It's one thing too, like trying to like understanding yourself a lot is to like you just kind of like to read into things, right? Because you don't want to like give your viewers a bad take or not know what's going on. So originally my rant was about TikTok being banned and how like their free market of United States version of the free market is basically an illusion, you know, in terms of like actual like how do I put this in correct terms? See, this is why it's difficult because I just read the update on the news of TikTok being banned. Apparently it's not going to be banned, but you know, I digress to a different point. Let's see. So let me read a little bit more into this before I got to change some things up that I had in my head. Just how like what is a free market when the executive branch can give their blessing in terms of like what's going on with major companies. So let's do that. I'm sorry, I'm getting everything fixed up. All right. Okay. It's something you have to wind up on, right? All right, let's do this. Oh, this is what I was looking for. All right. So, turn off the music. Because I wanted to go over some things that are kind of important, kind of some things I want to touch on, especially with this TikTok thing. I was going to make a whole ranty style video about what this means in more of a constructive manner, but it's only fair that I give this to you for people who actually tune in live. I appreciate you tuning in live, so I'm going to switch over to a little bit more of the style that you guys enjoy. So, in hearing the news that TikTok was banned, I was filled with joy. I was not hard. My heart was pounding, the sweat from my palms, and I was just like, it was almost like the anticipation you have when you're taking that person's clothes off. Yeah, we're doing it tonight when TikTok was banned, because I really fucking hated that app. I despise that fucking app. But that doesn't mean it's supposed to be banned, right? Just like the death of Vine, TikTok is just a Vine for Zoomers. That's fine. They have their own thing. Like, if you don't like their content and you like what's going on there, just tune out, right? People do it all the time. I do it. You do it. That's fine. But in hearing that, it seems like the Trump administration is doing something almost may not be precedent, but it's something indicative that you would think, oh yeah, they definitely would do some stupid shit like that. They decided to ban TikTok, and what their reasoning was, well, it has Chinese malware in it, or malware or whatever, or it has something that steals metadata, and no other country is supposed to steal your metadata but the United States, right? It's funny how it's like, oh, your privacy is being exposed, and gathered by the Chinese government. And you're like, well, you're doing that shit already here. Like, what do you think Facebook is? It's just a data mining center for the United States, for Americans, right? And that was their basis for it and their justification. And just like, for some reason, they get away with it all the time. Now, before I read this update, my thing was, oh shit, like, this dude literally has the power to ban TikTok. TikTok, mind you, was the same platform and Twitter where Zoomers got together, bought a whole bunch of tickets for a Trump rally, and embarrassed the shit out of him, right? They didn't, like, a lot. It was supposed to be a massive number of people that showed up. No one showed up. Well, not no one. Small number. Herman Cain passed away because of it too. His fault. Whatever. So in terms of like this, like expressing itself to be the free market, you would think that, you know, the American government is like, well, it's a free market. You know, TikTok is doing great. It's like spreading around the kids and bringing money. You know, sometimes the money's trickling down to some businesses or whatever, or some individuals here. They'll leave it alone, right? Like any other major corporation. But, you know, the White House administration didn't like it and what it did to him, how it basically embarrassed the president to the point where he was shown without tied up and whatever. You know the picture. Let's see. Trump. Let's hope that this is not TOS. Let me switch this to okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Switch to this just in case it's something like terms. Remember that picture of Donald Trump? Jesus Christ, type it. Defeated. I should write that. Yeah. I definitely don't want to see that. Give me a second. Here it is. Remember this picture? Remember this picture? Yeah, this is what TikTok did to this man. And of course, as vindictive as this asshole is, he's going to do something about it. It's just the nature of the beast, right? The beast. You know that there's an illusion that the market is actually like ran at its own, like where people think that, you know, just the powers that be, the normal masses will sway things to be in favor of a certain favorability for the masses, right? If you're following along, so people will do like and use their capital to basically extenuate or keep alive a certain company or entity that they like, and if that certain entity has a negative impact with the masses or the consumer base, then they will slowly but surely fade away and die in obscurity. This kind of like opens up that veil that shows that that's really not true in a sense of how a government entity can take over a deal and make sure that just because they don't like TikTok that they can just outright get rid of it. And now the only way for it to be a thing here, in terms of TikTok or whatever company or whatever the case may be, a major American corporation has to do it. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy how that is the state of this, like, our economy, right? So trillions go on to the top. Corporations get away with vast number of atrocities and crimes that are basically crimes against humanity, because the ramifications of those corporations doing whatever production, the mode of production they have, inadvertently causes pollution, violence, exploitation, whatever the case may be. Trump can just say, "I don't like it. Get rid of it." It's Chinese propaganda. It is that simple. It's set forth. That's crazy how much power that is. I don't know if he actually has the power, but it seems like it, right? That's what Trump does really well. He makes it seem like he has the power to do more than what he's actually allowed to do by law, right? And people just fall for it. They just let it happen. And this is the whole TikTok thing. I hate TikTok. I really do. I don't care for it. But if these other people like it, let them get away with it. I think TikTok is kind of like one of a good medium to get with the youth in terms of if the proper message is conveyed on TikTok, spliced into a nice digestible thing that, you know, the youth likes. Look at me. I'm only 28 and I'm speaking to the youth. Likes, then give it to them, right? Just because they embarrass your punk ass, don't mean you take it away from them. And now we're here. Now Walmart runs it. Yeah, think about that. Ad after 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 ad. Kind of like what's going on in Twitch right now. Ad after ad. The ad companies own you motherfuckers. They own. And if the American government can't mine your metadata, they're taking that shit away from you. They don't give a fuck. It's just the illusion that we live in, especially in the economic times. And why do you give a fuck about TikTok so much? I guess because China mining your metadata. Who knows what they're gonna do with that, right? Maybe the same thing Americans do: sell it to the highest bidder. Yeah, I mean that's all I'm gonna say, man. It's just gonna become my rants against it. It's just gonna become redundant as fuck. All right. I mean that's all I got to say. If you got anything to say, more free to leave a comment. More free to type. It's an interactive podcast. It's an interactive stream. That's one thing I need to get into. But podcast might be a little bit for later. It might be something like this. I'll probably just do this Sunday morning podcast or something. Whatever. All right. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you to all of you who tuned in. Thank you so much. As you can already tell by the cadences of my voice and the words that I'm using right now, I'm going to switch over, play some video games on Twitch. And if you want to go see that, you're more than free to see it. Hopefully, you come and tune in, and talk. I'm gonna try to finish that game that I've been playing for a while. Just chill. Just something I can basically not look at and interact with you guys. So I'm going to put the Twitch channel. I'm going to switch to Twitch. Hit that follow button over there on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. Don't worry, I'm cultivating both of these. All right. So of course you're still gonna get more YouTube more YouTube stuff. There's the Twitch. Feel free to head over there in a couple minutes. We'll go over there and play some video games. Something more relaxing, something not more stressful. And that's another medium for your entertainment. All right, guys. I hope you that tuned in and
I'm somebody's bitch.
Oh, I appreciate it. You tuned in. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And come back and listen to it. All right. Stay classy. See y'all there in a few minutes. Peace.